Okay, let's talk about a concept with a title that's, well, it's designed to grab your attention. Millionaire Brainwashing. Now, I know what you're thinking, but hang on. This isn't some crazy sci-fi plot. It's actually a really powerful way to think about intentionally reprogramming your own mind for success. So let's break down how this actually works. And that really gets to the heart of it, right? Can you actually brainwash yourself for success? I mean, is it really possible to just overwrite the mental programming that's been holding you back for years? It sounds a little out there, I get it. But according to this framework, the answer is a huge yes. So first things first, we have got to reframe that word. Forget the creepy, negative image you have in your head. In this context, brainwashing has nothing to do with someone else controlling you. No, it's about something way more empowering. You intentionally reprogramming your own autopilot beliefs. It's about you grabbing the steering wheel of your own mind. So let's start with that hook, the idea of reprogramming your beliefs. We're going to really unpack what it means to go after those deep-seated ideas that honestly run your life on autopilot, a lot of the time without you even realizing it. And this is exactly what we're talking about, your autopilot beliefs. Just think about that for a second. These are the subconscious thoughts, often the limiting ones, that guide your actions every single day. They're like the operating system running in the background, shaping your decisions before you even consciously make them. And if that programming is full of doubt or ideas of scarcity, well, it's a massive roadblock to getting what you want. So how do you actually do it? Well, the framework is surprisingly simple. It's really just 3 powerful steps. First, you replace your identity. Then you saturate your environment to back it up. And finally, you build what's called a proof journal to make it all stick. Let's jump into that first one. All right, step 1, replace your identity. This is the big one. This is all the internal work. It's about changing how you see yourself right now, not waiting for some external result to give you permission. This is the foundation, and it's where the real change kicks off. And here's what's so brilliant about this step. It's incredibly practical. This is not about being delusional. You don't just tell yourself, I am a millionaire, when your bank account says otherwise. No, look at this reframe here. You go from the limiting belief, I am broke, to a new identity. I am a businesswoman who is currently waitressing while I build my empire. Do you feel that difference? It's huge. And that is the absolute key. You're not lying to yourself. You are strategically reframing your reality. You're acknowledging, yes, I'm waitressing, but you're defining it as a temporary, strategic move on the way to your real goal. You're consciously giving your present a totally new and much more powerful meaning. Okay, so once you've set that new internal identity, it's time to get some backup from the outside world. That brings us right to step 2, saturate your environment. This is how you build on that internal work you just did. This part is all about immersion. You intentionally just flood your senses with proof that your goal is not only possible, but it's normal. So you start listening to podcasts from people in your field. You follow mentors who are already living the life you want. You clean up your social media feeds so they reflect your ambition, not just your current situation. And the point of all this is beautifully simple. The goal is to make success, whatever that looks like for you, look and feel completely normal to your brain. Because when your brain starts seeing it everywhere, it stops treating it like some far-off, impossible fantasy and starts accepting it as a very real possibility. And now for the final, and you could argue the most powerful step in making this new identity permanent. Step 3 is the proof journal. This is where you move from just believing and immersing yourself to actively collecting cold, hard evidence. The idea here is simple, but it is so profound. You have to train your brain to actively hunt for evidence that supports your new identity. And you do this by keeping a journal where you document every single little victory, no matter how small it seems. This creates an amazing feedback loop of positive reinforcement. So what does this proof even look like? Well, it can be as simple as this. Wrote my business plan outline today. That's not just a to-do item you checked off. No, that is concrete action. That's tangible evidence that you are acting like a businesswoman building her empire. The proof can also be external validation. For instance, got positive feedback from a potential mentor. An entry like this is so powerful because it validates your new identity through someone else's eyes, someone you respect. It's like the world is starting to reflect your new identity right back at you. And of course, proof can be a hard result, a number. Made my first $100 in sales. I mean, come on. This is that hard, cold evidence that directly fights back against that old I am broke identity. Every single entry like this just powerfully reinforces the new one, rewiring your brain one victory at a time.
So what happens when you actually combine all three of these steps consistently? You're not just changing a few habits here. You are installing a brand new operating system. You are literally creating your new autopilot. Think about it. By replacing your identity, saturating your environment, and collecting proof, you're actively installing a new mental program, one that's wired to see success and opportunity. And the best part? Over time, it starts to run automatically, replacing that old limiting program you had before. And this is the ultimate transformation. You move from being guided by some old, limiting, subconscious autopilot to living with a new, empowering one that you built on purpose with pure intention. You're not just a passenger in your own life anymore. You're the pilot. So I'll leave you with this final, really actionable question. Thinking about the new identity you want for yourself, what is one small piece of evidence, one tiny victory that you can go out and collect for your proof journal today?